Hey fam, this is Dr. William Clark here for Leadership Conversations. This is a show where we talk about leadership according to the world that matters to you. I wanted to spend some time talking about some of the 30-day grant challenge posts that I have made or that are coming out, and I wanted to provide some commentary on them. I know that many of you have felt challenged by these posts that are coming out, and I'm glad that you are, because these posts are intended to really push you to go to the next level of fundraising for your nonprofit and your ministry or your church. And regardless of the purpose of the fundraising, my goal is to see more nonprofits raising the bar, raising their level of engagement of fundraising. Now, I have written a book, Sustainable: How to Sustain a Nonprofit and Faith Based Organization. And in that book, I talk about strategies around sustaining your organization outside of traditional sources. And more pointedly, the strategies I focus on are strategies that are centered around the idea of diverse revenue sources, and certainly you can go ahead and grab that book and get that into your thinking and culture within your organization. But I will say one of the strategies that I do employ and that I do encourage a lot of clients, customers, and friends to pursue are grants. And as a lead up to the grant writing course that's coming up, Grant Writing 101, and future grant writing courses that will be made available in the near future, I want to spend time talking about what that means to pursue grants. And so, one of the posts I wrote here is grants can make the difference between launching a nonprofit or waiting on the sideline. Now, a lot of my podcasts this year have been about launching, about starting a business, about getting off the ground. I've been really hyper focused on getting people to think about the reality that they are engaged in, and that is actually launching a business, launching something, whether it's a nonprofit, a church, or actual small business. And then don't let me diminish nonprofits and churches at all, because those two entities are businesses as well. But launching those, whatever you decide to launch, launching those institutions are is a big deal, and it goes beyond the New Year resolution of I'm gonna be a boss, or I'm going to level up, or whatever. Like those cliche statements, they are actually real statements you can make, and they actually have meaning and value. However, if you're not necessarily putting in the right amount of work, the right type of work to get to that point where you can make those type of claims, where you can have an organization that's established to help you get to that point, then what is it for? What is all of the social media bragging for? What is all the bragging at family events for? What value does it truly add to your life and to the life of people you care deeply about? And so, for those of you launching nonprofits, for those of you thinking about that trajectory, this particular post is for you, right? Grants can make the difference between launching your program or waiting on the sideline. There and this goes back to the point of why I started out talking about why I've been talking about launching and getting off the ground in small businesses and nonprofits, etc. You can wait until you have a windfall of money to come in before you launch your nonprofit or program. You can do that, but I could tell you that doing that will cause you to be delayed, denied, and waiting forever. There is no windfall that will be coming your way that can make a difference between you launching or not launching, right? And at the end of the day, if this nonprofit you care so deeply about, it's about the people, it's about the community you're serving, it's about a certain people group that you're targeting. You cannot delay the launch of whatever this thing is going to be. And if you're going to go full time, hardcore, all in, with this idea, you're going to need some grant funds as a part of the braided services and braided revenue, rather, that's going to come in the door and help you do what you're going to do. You're going to need some grants. You're going to need investors coming in who are from foundations who believe in your vision, who are saying, yep, I get it. I understand it. I support you. Here's the check. Without that, you'll be waiting on the sideline for a while. Now, I know I talk about a variety of fundraising strategies, etc. Um, in my book, Sustainable, and that's the intent of that particular product, that book. to help you get to that point. But I'm gonna tell you, you can get a grant to launch your nonprofit. And without it, you could be the one waiting forever. You could be the one saying in January 2019, I'm going to do this, do that. And then it's January 2020 and January 2021, and it's the same thing, right? You got to put yourself in position to get grants. Now, in the Grant Writing 101 course, I talk about, I'm going to be talking about rather, how to get off the sideline. I'm going to be laying that foundation for all of you who are coming to look at how can we as a nonprofit community raise the bar of performance so that our nonprofits are getting the resources it needs so that those nonprofits can serve the communities that we care so deeply about. That's what I'm going to be talking about. That's going to be my mission and goal for the first set of courses. If you cannot make it live, first of all, it's sold out. So I'm happy to say that. But if you're not on the wait list and you can't make it to Hartford live, number one, stay tuned for future opportunities to connect with me and to engage in this community of believers in the idea of obtaining grants. That's right, believers, people who believe that they can get grants for their idea, for their nonprofit, for their organization. Uh, I don't want to see you on the sideline. The people that need your services don't want to see you on the sideline. They need you to actually get up and start moving, to start doing something. And it's essential. It's essential for you to do that and to get off the ground and to make it happen. Make it happen. You can do that. Make it happen. I believe in you. I've seen it happen many many times, and I believe you can be one of those persons who can make it happen. So listen, tag somebody who is into this stuff. Share this with people who's into this stuff. People who talk about nonprofits and churches and funding and grants and all this other stuff. Tag somebody, tag that person. Share my page with them. Share this post with them. Go back and look at all my stuff. Talking about grants, talking about fundraising, talking about leadership, and all the in between stuff that matters to running a successful nonprofit. Tag them in this stuff. Let them know that listen. You need to listen to this stuff. You need to listen to what Dr. Clark is talking about. It sounds good. He knows what you're talking about because I do. But no, really, tag somebody you care about and share this with them. You can find me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, and your favorite podcast and platform. This is Dr. William Clark for Leadership Conversations, and I see you in the next show. Peace.